Okay, so in the other two parts, we traced out the suit and we traced out the globe. So we've got that part of the design made. I've got those hidden underneath the image until I'm ready to union it all together. So now I need to get these leaf patterns joined to the suit so that I can cut that out. I want to cut this out as a positive, not a negative. So I'm going to trace these leaves out, and then I'm probably going to put a stroke down the middle, like a stem, holding these together. So let's get started. To do that, I will take the Bezier tool, and on these, obviously you can't see where they end, so you just want to come somewhere inside the suit. That way it's going to union to the suit. Drop my points like that. I will just click. When you do these, they don't have to be perfect. You just drop them somewhere in there. Click this one here, 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 and then this I can just join back here. Kind of looks like a mess. You can come in, turn the stroke on. Like say I always use green or red or something like that that contrasts well. Then you're going to pull these, pull them down and try to match this shape as closely as you can. Also keeping in mind, you know, not making anything too thin. So these, you just pull these handles around, get your shapes where you want them. Same deal here. Looks like I'm crossing over there, so I'm going to want to open that up a little more. Might want to just pull this over here because we don't want paths crossing each other. There we go. And here, just kind of match that up. This here is not going to matter because this is going to be union to the suit. And then this one here, same deal. Make the stroke green. Pull these down. That looks good. And then I'm just going to work my way around this design. Doing the same thing, taking the Bezier tool, drop points. You just basically want to hit all these main points, change your stroke, and grab our lines and move them where we need them. And we'll just work our way around. Do this for every contour. Oh, wrong one there. And once again, like doing the suit, I'm not going to do both sides. I'm only going to do one side, and then we're going to duplicate it and move it over to the other side, center everything up, and then we'll have a nice symmetrical design that matches itself on both sides. Because if you tried to do them individually, you'd never get them matched up right. So once again, change the stroke. Pull this around where we need it. Close enough. Pull this up here, here. And just keep working your way around, adjusting these. Tracing them out one at a time. back to the node editor. Rinse, repeat. Keep doing the same thing. These in the center really aren't going to matter much either, because like I say, I'm going to curve a stroke through the middle of all these and use it for a stem to hold all these leaves together so that it can be a solid one-piece design. And a few more of these left. As you can see, it doesn't take that long. It's a little tedious, but it goes quicker than what you think, and you're essentially doing two halves of this design at once, but only having to do one side. So you kind of get a 2-for-1. That's the way I try to do most any design that's matches on one side to the other. Is I only ever trace the one side and then duplicate, center everything up. That way everything matches and is nice and even one side to the other. So back to node editor, pull these. And keep working my way around. And I only got one left after this. And these curves, like these, if I were super concerned with matching this exactly, a lot of times on a curve like that, it's easier if you drop a center node. Then you can put that, you know, you can just see it matches up easier. It's easier to control it. So you can just double click on the line and drop a center node, and the node that it drops will be a smooth node. So if you move one handle, the other side will move with it. And you see I can match that curve up a little better. But personally, on this design, I'm not concerned with it. I like to keep the nodes minimal, so I'll Control Z back, take them out. That's matching up close enough. So then I'll trace this last one out. And I'm just going to drop one node on each end and then close it back up. Grab my node tool. Pull this side out, pull this side out, and match it up pretty close. Good enough. So now I've traced all those leaves out. Now I'm just going to take my Bezier tool one more time. Come up here and drop a node here, and then I'll come down in here and drop a node. We'll make it red just so I can see it. Now this I'm going to bend, and I'm going to try to curve that down the center of all these leaves. I'm going to go ahead and add a center node there because I do want to try to keep this pretty close to being on the path, lining up with the centers of these. So I'll pull it around, line it up down the centers of all these. That's off a little bit there. Probably won't matter too much because I'm going to go with a reasonably thick stem to hold these together and make them strong. And then I'll pull this up just a hair. Okay, that's pretty close. Might pull that in just a little. That's looking pretty good. So now that stroke, I'm going to go back to my stroke tool, and I'm going to set the stroke style at least 1/4 inch, and that would probably make a pretty nice stem there to hold those all together. So just make sure, oops, click off here, make sure that that end of it is inside the leaf so it doesn't cut into it funny. Just check it one more time, make sure it looks like it's lined up pretty good. And now I'm going to convert that stroke to a path, and then I'm going to highlight all these and hit Shift Control Plus, which it looks like it disappeared, but it didn't. It's just, it's all turned to a stroke now. But now if I set my fill and turn the stroke off, that's what we've got. And then if I take this, Control D, I'll flip it, and we'll bring it over here, line it up pretty close to that, and I'll hit this. I'm just going to Shift Control Plus there. Then I'll page this image down. Now I'll select my suit, and I will align that to the suit. Oh wait, I had the image selected. Go back. So now I've got this selected, then I selected the suit, and I line that up center. And now the only thing left is the question mark. We've now got this all traced out, ready to union together. I will have to, let's see, I'll go ahead and finish it up here. I'm going to Control Z. Yeah, I don't need to. Let me make sure this is still centered up. I'm going to bring my image back to the top. Now I could just type a question mark, but I'm going to go ahead and just trace that out. So I'm going to drop a node here, here, here maybe, here, 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 and close it. Set my fill and stroke. Same deal, go around, adjust these. Now most of these I'll smooth the nodes out. I want nice smooth curves, so I'll get them close to where they need to be. These two I'm going to align horizontally, and I'll highlight all these and smooth them, and then I'll go back and adjust the curve, the contour to match that question mark. And this should make for a nice smooth cut. It's pretty close. So, and then the dot there, I'll just use the circle tool, hit Control, pull it out, and that's a mess because it's got the stroke on. Turn the stroke off. There we go. I'll make it same size as that dot. And now I will hold Shift Control Plus, join those together. Now I'll page this down. What I will do is take this suit, I hit Control D to duplicate it. We'll change the color. I'm gonna go Shift Control K. I'm gonna break it apart. Then I'm gonna go Shift Control Plus, join all that together. Then I'm going to hold Control and hit 9, the parenthesis, and that will inset it just a little bit. I'm going to hit it one more time. Then I'm going to hold Shift, select the globe, and hit Shift Control minus. And what that did was that cut, if I raise the globe to the top now, that cut the globe out to match the suit. So now if I union the suit there, it won't have the crossbars going through the tie area there. But let me go back. I'll do that one more time, and I also don't know for sure that I centered that globe up. So I'm going to hit select the globe, hold Shift, and select the suit. And then I'm going to align it horizontally, or vertically, sorry, to center. See there, I didn't have it centered up, so that would have bugged me later. Now I'll select this blue suit, Shift Control K. Oh, I had everything selected there. Now I'll select just the blue suit, Shift Control K, Shift Control plus. Now I'll hold Control, or you can go Path Inset, Control 9, or you can go here, Path Inset. See, that's Control 9. So now that's inset a little bit because you want that to overlap the suit. Now select the globe, hold Shift, Shift Control minus. Now I've removed those. So that part of it will work. Now this question mark, I'll page that up. Let's see. Got to page the image down. There we go. Now I'm going to page that up. For some reason it's not wanting to cooperate. Oh, it is. It's on top. I don't have a fill on it. Okay. Anyway, now the question mark's on top. I'm going to cut out everything between here and here so that the question mark stands out better. So what I'm going to do there is I will Control D, duplicate that, change the color just so I can see, and then I'm going to inset that as well, Control 9. Now I'm going to select the globe, Shift Control minus, and it doesn't look like it did much, but now if I page this down, you'll be able to see I cut these lines. So now I'm going to go to my node editor, and I'm going to just delete these center parts. You could break it apart too and remove them, but on this it'd just be easier to highlight the nodes and delete them. So I'm going to get rid of that part. Now I'm going to page the image back down. So there's my question mark. Page it up. Now I think I have everything the way I want it. So I'm going to drag a box around the whole thing except for the image and hit Shift Control plus, and that should be my Q-Anon finished cut file. Oop, didn't mean to drag it that far. It gets away from me sometimes. Anyway, there we have a finished file that should cut. Obviously it needs a quick once over, clean up a few spare nodes that end up here and there. I'll turn my opacity back up, but as you can see, that gave us a pretty nice looking file. Everything's symmetrical, clean, no jagged lines. It's just going to be a few nodes to run around here and clean up, because Inkscape, when you union things together and difference things out, it tends to sneak in an extra node here and there. But as you can see, even before cleanup, that's a pretty nice, pretty clean trace. So I hope that helps some people out. Hopefully I covered a few things here and there that might help you out, different tips. If you like the video, let me know. If there's something else you'd like to see, drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching.